probably one of the most misunderstood words. For sure, it's become part of the English lexicon today, but misunderstood and misinterpreted in a million different ways. A range of things. The very way the nature of karma is just like that, its interpretations. The karmic structure is a very complex mess, but there are very, very descriptive stories in the Indian culture about the type of jewelry the courtesans used to wear. That is, very famous courtesans were covered in gold and diamonds. No clothes, only jewelry covered their body. Such complex jewelry that when the men who came to them, they had no clue how to take off this jewelry because it was such a complex web of chains. Try as hard as they did, but they cannot get this jewelry off. Jewelry is beautiful, but for a man whose mind is running riot with lust, this is a barrier. So, usually she encourages him to drink and drink, little more and little more, so that he sleeps and gifts her more jewelry and goes home. But when she wants to take it off, there is just one pin normally located at where our anahata is. This one pin, if she pulls, the entire jewelry falls down in just like that, it falls down. Karma is like this, it's a complex web of chains. Some of them, of course, decorated with diamonds, some are ugly, some are rusted chains, but chains and chains and chains. But there is just one single pin. Only because you are not able to consciously find the pin, the fundamental reason let me tell you, the fundamental reason why there is a culture or there is a tradition of depending upon a guru for one's spiritual growth is just this, that you want him to pull the plug when the time is ripe. Because in this complex web of chains, you don't know where the pin is. Right now, if you try to find it, you can go on a search forever and not find it. And if you find it, just in case, if you find it, you will dismantle it in such a way that you'll dismantle your very life. To dismantle it skillfully, that just the karmic aspect falls off and you exist as a liberated being, that takes lots of skill. It is for that skill that you come to your guru. It is your karma that you have to endure me. If you had figured it out yourself, you didn't have to bother about me. So, Sadhguru, when are you going to pull my plug? That means you're not ready yet. If you are in a state where you think your karma is a burden and you must get rid of it, you are not yet ready for it. If you come to a state where you have learned how to transform every memory, conscious and unconscious, pleasant and unpleasant, beautiful and horrendous ones, everything into well-being, if you come to that state, then it'll be good for me to pull the pin. Now if you pull the pin because this is not liberation, this is an escape. There is difference between walking out of this body and committing suicide. They're two different things altogether. Committing suicide means you want to escape a difficult situation. Walking out of this means your term is over, your time is up, so they've released you. These are two different things completely. If you escape from the prison, you will have to run for the rest of your life. But if you're freed from the prison because your term is up, then you're a free man. That's a big difference.
A karmic cycle is a repetitious pattern of events or emotions or any realizations that occur in your life. It appears in your life as an opportunity to break negative cycles and subsequently reap great wisdom. Now, what is karmic cycle and how does it look like? Let's take an example. Let's say you experienced a moral challenge in your previous lifetime that ultimately resulted in failure. Perhaps you didn't act in accordance with your moral due to fear or societal expectations, or simply because it didn't occur to you that there was another challenge in this lifetime. Alright? These challenges can come through familial dynamics, relationships, and even experiences in the workplace. Got it? Now, let's see what are the signs of karmic cycle. First is you keep attracting the same type of people in your life. Next is you are being faced with your fears again and again. Sadhguru explains that the karmic cycle takes force every 40 minutes and that one's level of consciousness determines how quickly they can break free. In his teaching, he outlines 3 ways to approach the spiritual process of karmic cycles. Forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is a powerful act of releasing the energy attached to the past experiences. By forgiving, we let go to the weight that holds us back from spiritual growth. Next is letting go of anger and fear. These emotions create negative energy, which can manifest as negative karma. By releasing anger and fear, we create a space for positive energy to flow through us. Next is be mindful of your thoughts, words, and actions. Our thoughts, words, and actions create our reality. Being mindful of them helps us create positive karma and break negative cycles. Next is focusing on the present. Now, dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about the future only perpetuates the karmic cycle. By focusing on the present moment, we can make conscious choices, and that it promotes spiritual growth. We should always remember that at the core physiology of karmic cycle is a lesson that transcends our lifetime. As you break free of karmic cycles, you may observe and experience relationships, jobs, and your way of living life significantly shifting as you continue your growth and evolution. Sadhguru says that to get out of complex karmic debt, it is easy as pulling out a pin, but you must be aware of that pin subconsciously and spiritually. And sometimes you find an alternate way which makes you feel better for some times. But it is just an escape and you will end up in the same karmic fate after a while. So, Sadhguru advises to have a guidance of a guru to get free from your karmic debt rather than just escaping the reality.